Hello everyone, and Trisha, it's me Jenny, and it's time for another not naked video response to Trisha Hershberger's series The Naked Truth, where we talk as candidly and as truthfully as possible about a subject of our choosing, straight out the shower, no makeup, wet hair, first take, one take, so on and so forth. Most people choose to do it naked, but I choose not to, and either way, it's not a sexy damn thing, it's a vulnerable and honest type thing, and it's been a while, it's been ages since my last Naked Truth, which means it's also been ages since my last video, sorry subscribers. It's been a very hectic part of my life right now, yeah, I'm sorry, I keep meaning to do more videos and I haven't. But today's subject, more on to the point, is bravery, and how to get yourself brave. And I will admit I really procrastinated on this one. I could have filmed it a couple of days ago and then I just couldn't really think of what to say, because there are two different types of bravery. There is the putting yourself in situations which you yourself put yourself into, where you have to be brave. Things like job interviews, or, you know, adventure sports, or, you know, starting a new relationship, which can be exciting and scary, and, you know, those braveries you put yourself into. And I am notoriously lacking in bravery when it comes to those subjects. I know I've missed out on a lot of experiences in life because I've been too hesitant when it comes to the choices in putting yourself into a situation which would require bravery. While in this circumstance, the type of bravery discussed in this video is the bravery of circumstance where things around you force you to react, and force you to be brave. And fortunately for me, touch wood, sorry for the weird, probably horrible shaking camera, so far I have personally not had to deal with that too much in my life, and I can only imagine the terror of having something wrong with your body that you can't control. Our bodies are so essential just to life, and just to, like, your current status of being, and everyone has different skills and everyone has different abilities with their bodies, both physically and mentally. Those who maybe have less mobility are able to adapt, but it's the transition when your body isn't reacting how it should and isn't doing what it should do that is terrifying. Or, you know, other situations where, whether because of the way you're born or because of where you're raised, you've got to be brave every single day of your existence because of the way you look or the way you sound. And I am living in a part of the world where I am not an unusual person. The things that are visible around me do not require me to be brave in my day-to-day life, and currently I have no physical thing or connection with anyone very close to me that requires me to be brave in the way that Trisha is wanting us to discuss. So I really don't have a lot to say other than my usual things, which are music, whether to help relieve the emotion of the moment or to repress it or to change it, music and escapism, family and friends, like a problem shared is a problem halved, talking through it, even if it feels awful, it might make you feel better, and if it makes you feel awful, then maybe it's just you're meant to feel that fear, you're meant to feel scared. There's all of these great works of literature, of fantasy literature as well as traditional literature, about, you know, what is bravery versus folly, what is being heroic and what is being foolhardy, and a lot of that comes down to actually being aware of what you're facing, actually understanding that the fact that you are going through something that is terrifying, and still going through with it, whether because you have to or because you need to, and those are two slightly different things. Whether or not whether or not it's something that you need to do at the moment or something that you know that you'll have to do in the future, whether or not it's a brave step to prevent one thing which could get worse in the future. So escapism, music, family, professionals, and this is mostly to do with medical problems, physical problems, emotional problems, things that are causing distress that require bravery to deal with. You know, talking to someone who actually understands what you're going through physically, if it's a medical problem, actually talking to a doctor and being like, what should I expect? And knowing the risks and understanding the risks, and being able to give yourself time to come to terms with those problems. And yeah, in the end, it's just humans are adaptable. You know, you've got to do things to live. You've got to, you know, living is a continual journey of small steps, and some of those steps are terrifying, but existence has to move on. You can't sit and do nothing. Sometimes you have to keep going, and I think that's where a lot of bravery comes from. I don't know, I'm so tired. I've just done like many hours of work. I've just biked home. I've got to be up in 5 hours. I've got to be up in 5 hours to go to work. So yeah, I hope everything goes well, Trisha. By the time you're seeing this, it's probably already happened, so I hope you're okay. I hope you're recovering well and nothing went wrong, and you're just your wonderful, usual, smiley self, because I will really, really, really miss that smile if for some reason it's belated in coming back, which I'm sure it will come back. And I hope everything goes super duper well, and you deserve to get better, and Larry deserves to get gone. He deserves to be well away. Yeah, I sent you an email about Revlo. I don't know whether or not you saw it. I don't know why I'm bringing that up now. I'm tired. Yeah, so I hope you feel better, and that Nate and baby Logan are making you feel better, and you are looking after them and they are looking after you. And a side note, I'm so scattered. You know, talking about the bravery of circumstances, one of the things I brought up on the advice for motherhood is don't neglect yourself, and you kind of brought that up in your own video about, you know, having to balance between motherly life and personal life and work life, and how, you know, you feel like you're giving up part of your identity sometimes to be a mum, and I don't believe you'll ever do that. I think, you know, you'll always be you, even if you have people that you have to care for. But that's a sort of bravery in its own right, and I know you'll get through that as well as getting through the current problems that are going on. I mean, you got through pretty much almost all the traumas in the last year, so you know, you'll get through it. I believe in you. I believe in you, even though I am so close to falling asleep right now. I just biked home in the rain. I'm tired. Oh god, this is a wonderful return to vlogging, guys. One way to lose subscribers is to put up a rambly video. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to comment on something I've said. I'm sure I've said something. I really want to do another take of this, but I'm not going to. Good night. Goodbye. Bye.